Now, the next category we're going to learn about is functional modules. How to choose function modules and who has to choose this function modules. So let us dig deep. First, we'll see what are the list of modules that we have, and slowly we'll see the recommendations for the functional modules. So there are some modules that are the core modules of SAP. So every other module is built on top of those modules. So a module like that is SAP MM, which is called as material management, SAP SD, which is called as sales and distribution, and SAP FI, which is called as finance. And there is one more module called CO, which is called as controlling. These four modules are called as the core functional modules. It means for any organization, these three modules are a mandatory module. Like say you cannot do anything without material. If you want to manufacture something, you need to have material. If you want to sell something, yeah, obviously you have to produce some material. If you want to fix the pricing for something, you have to have the finance part. So with that, we have some additional modules called SAP HR, which is human resource. SAP IM stands for inventory management. SAP PM for plant maintenance. SAP PP production planning. SAP QM quality management. SAP WM, which is called as a warehouse management. Now, these modules can directly have a connection with the core modules, which is SAP MM, which is SAP SD and FICO. Now, we have to understand, as I told you in the technical module part, there are some evergreen modules that you have to always listen to. So in this functional modules list, we do have evergreen modules, which are SAP MM, Material Management, SAP SD, Sales and Distribution, and SAP FICO, Finance and Controlling. So from the beginning of SAP till now, these modules are always evergreen. So I would say if you start any one of your, if you take any one of this module as your career path, I think that would be the very, very pleasant and nice start for you. And if you remember, when I was discussing about the technical modules, I was talking to you about one very important thing, which is called as a techno-functional module, right? So usually the persons who has completed technical module will or can choose MMSD or FICO as the second module so that they can call it as a techno-functional module. It is not mandatory to choose only among these three modules to make yourself techno-functional, but these are the a good module, like you can say like a regular module that can touch base with every other functional module. So it will be very, very easy for you to understand the functional concepts. So I would say like out of 100 members, 85 to 90% members will be taking SAP technical along with any from one from these modules. So now let us go ahead and see the other modules in the functional module category. So we have SAP LO, which is SAP logistics. We have SCM, which is supply chain management. It's a very important module as well. And we have project lifecycle management, which is called as a PLM. Now, in addition to that, we have SAP TR, which is treasury management, SAP FSCM, which is financial supply chain management, and you do have SAP CRM, which is customer relationship management, and EWM, which is extended warehouse management. So out of all these modules that has been listed, I would definitely vote for SAP MM, SAP SD, SAP FICO, and you can still go ahead and learn the SCM if you want, when you definitely have some requirements in hand. And you can go with FSCM and EWM. So these are some good modules, but I really don't suggest you to start your career with only inventory management or only with production planning, only with plant maintenance. So the scope for these particular modules are very less, but if you learn MM along with inventory management or FI plus CO, And FI, after FI, you will be, if you're learning FSCM, it will be really, really nice because the exposure level will be more, and the conceptual understanding would be more, and the opportunities also will be more, because this is what we are exactly wanting in the industry. So this is the overall picture. Again, I'm repeating: SAP MM, SAP SD, SAP FICO, SAP EWM, SAP SCM would be the most preferable module in the functional module category. If you really want to start from the beginning, you can go choose these modules. And if you want to show yourself as a techno-functional person, you can choose between SAP MM, SD, and FICO. And now we'll come into the recommendation part. So the core modules, as I told you, are MM, SD, and FI. The first preference for the non-IT and the professionals who wants a non-coding SAP platform. I'll repeat. The first preference for the function modules is for the non-IT students, that is the persons who doesn't like to code, and sorry, it's not from a coding background, and the professionals who wants to move into SAP in the non-coding platform. So this is the best options for you. And the second thing is for IT students and professionals who dislike coding. Yeah, as I told you. So if you don't like to code, these are the modules that you have to go with. And thirdly, if you are a current SAP technical consultant, this is what I said as a techno-functional part. So if you are current SAP technical consultant, and if you wish to learn a functional module, go with the core modules first. This is exactly what I told you. So if you want to show yourself as a techno-functional candidate, instead of going and searching and asking opinions to a number of persons, blindly go ahead and choose any one module, MM or SD or FICO, you can just go ahead and learn that. All these three modules holds equal weightage in the industry. There are opportunities which is also very much equal. Now, there is one hinge here. So when you're planning to take a finance related module without having a finance background, let's say the finance modules are FICO, FSCM, and treasury management, will need a background on finance before. So if you are from a finance major, or if you love finance, or if you want to excel in that particular category, I then will strongly recommend to go with the FICO and FSCM and treasury management profile. If you do not have finance background, I would say please stay out of this, because if you get into it, there will be lots of financial terms which you might not cope up later on. And as I told you, the high priority is for the students and professionals from a non-coding background, which can be somewhere here. So I would recommend this for purely management, civil engineering, mechanical engineering, and chemical engineering, whatever it is. But for IT course, IT technology professionals, this is the second option for you. So I hope I've cleared your question on who to choose the functional module. Now, let us wind up this session now, and we'll see you in the next session where we are going to discuss about the industry specific modules. Stay tuned. See you in the next session.